Hello everybody, it's Jacob for JJJK29, and today I'll be playing some GoldenEye 007 Reloaded. I just bought this game today thinking that it is a reskinned version of the GoldenEye from N64, and I was wrong. And at first I was really disappointed, and I was mad. But the more I played the multiplayer and the farther I got into the campaign, the more I realized I like this game. The first thing you see me do is I changed the invert, I play inverted, and I changed the look sensitivity. I normally play on either the highest or the higher settings in look sensitivity. That's just the way I play. But this is my first multiplayer game. As soon as I got home, I put the disc in, downloaded the update, and I went straight to multiplayer. Because I thought that it was going to be a reskinned version of N64, so I was expecting similar guns. I knew they wouldn't have the same guns, but I was expecting the maps. But neither are on here. There's a few guns that were on, the old one, but they're mostly modernized. Everything's modernized now. So this game, like I said, it's the first game. Start off really bad, but towards the middle and the end, I end up doing really well. I go 20-8, and I end up winning. This is just a 6-player free-for-all, I think. I think there's 6 players in here. And everybody's basically running the same thing, the AK loadout class. Now, with Activision's name being on the front when I purchased the game, I knew that they would have loadouts. I just knew it. I didn't do any research into this game. I just saw that it came out the other day when I bought War in the North. It came out Tuesday with War in the North and Drake's. So I knew there was going to be loadouts. So I wasn't disappointed when I saw that there was loadouts. But what I was disappointed with was that there were levels. I didn't like that, so that that just gave me the idea that, or the knowledge that you'll have to unlock guns by leveling, and I hated that. I just didn't like it. For those of you who don't know, this is made on one of the Call of Duty engines. I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure if I'm right. It's just from what people have told me. But it does look like a Call of Duty, just a slightly cartoonish version of it, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. It's a lot slower. It's not, it's not as fast-paced. The sprints don't last very long at all. I don't even know if there's perks. I haven't gotten that far in the multiplayer. So there's nothing that reminds me of Call of Duty, with the exception that there are class loadouts, level up guns, and it's a first-person shooter. But anyways, back to me just talking about this game. So when I bought the game, I bought it for a couple of reasons. It said GoldenEye 007 Reloaded. The title is GoldenEye 007 Reloaded. So I bought it thinking that it was a reskinned version of N64, and I was super excited because I always talk about how if they just made a better version than what we can offer, that I would buy it and I would play it. So I bought it, and at first, like I said, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a reskinned version. But after beating the campaign and playing a lot into multiplayer, I'm actually really happy with this game. Yeah, I'm really happy with the game. What I don't like about it is that they changed the storyline. I knew that it was gonna have a similar story, and it is a very similar story. They basically took the old GoldenEye and redid it a little bit to where it kind of fit into the current events that are going on now. Instead of they're talking about EMPs and all that jazz, and they have these EMP-proof helicopters and all that stuff. So that's kind of what's going on in the story. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But it's the same thing. You start the game in the exact same location that you started in GoldenEye on N64. Alec is with you, 006. He ends up, disappearing, getting shot in the room. If anybody's seen the movie GoldenEye, then you know that Pierce Brosnan, they take Alec and they shoot him, and Pierce Brosnan gets on the conveyor belt, and he's shooting his AK and blowing everything up, and it gets on the plane and flies away. That's exactly how this game starts. So just revisiting that familiar location, reskinned and nice looking, it was a neat feature. And there are a couple other areas in the game that are revisited but reimagined versions of what they were. Like the library, I don't know if anybody remembers the library, but you go back there and you bust out, you have a tank, you're going through Moscow in a tank. Just some similarities from this one and the N64 version. I did play some of the Golden Gun, I think it's what's called the Golden Gun mode, and I'm not sure if the servers are broken or what's up, but every time I try to join a game, it just says that the servers are full, please try again later. But every time I get into a game, there's only like 3 or 4 people in it. The biggest game I played was a 6-on-6 team deathmatch, and that was the biggest game I played, but I think it can go up to 8-on-8. But anyways, I did play the Golden Gun. There is a GoldenEye Classic mode you have to unlock at like level 40, I think, or 37 maybe. I've only seen it one time, and I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, the old pickup. Maybe they'll put some the old maps in. That'd be really awesome. Or maybe you play in the blocky way that you used to. But you do get the Golden Gun mode. Back to what I was saying, it's pretty entertaining. It gives you a central Golden Gun that everybody fights over, and then, you know, you pick up the Golden Gun and you get triple the points every time you get a kill or double. Not positive, but it's just like the N64. It's a single shot pistol, and it's just fun. It's fun to play. I ended up coming in second place on the only one I could get into. Like I said, the servers are kind of busted. I finally got into one, played it. It was fun, but I don't think I'll play it again. I like the free-for-all in this game just because on N64, you know, everybody played free-for-all. It was, you know, 1v1 up to 4 players free-for-all. Maybe more. I don't even remember. It's been so long. So I just started playing the free-for-all, and that's how I ended up right here. But after I played a couple games of free-for-all and 1 or 2 team deathmatches, I got out and I started playing the campaign. And, you know, it starts the same way as N64 GoldenEye does. So I was extremely excited and I was happy. And, you know, right then I was just pleased that I bought the game, just because I was thinking that, you know, it was reskinned. It was everything I wanted it to be. But then after the intro area, you know, it breaks off, and, you know, it's the same central story in a sense, but they kind of took it and did their own thing. Some of my favorite, some of the guns. Oh, there's so many guns in this game, so many. A lot of attachments. I haven't really messed with the multiplayer attachments or loadouts, but from the campaign, there are basically 2 attachments on every gun I think you can put on. There's plenty of weapons. There's laser points. There's ACOG scopes. There's reflex scopes. There's suppressors. There's RPGs. There's a couple different sniper rifles I found. There's a lot of submachine guns, a lot of pistols, a lot of assault rifles. But overall, there's a lot of things going on in this game. So as a James Bond game, which I'm not a fan of the James Bond games. I love the movies, but I don't buy these games. But this one, maybe it's because it's GoldenEye, and maybe it's because they did, you know, revisit some of the old locations from the N64 title. Maybe that's why I'm so impressed with it, but I'm not sure. But like I said, I don't play James Bond games, so, you know, they don't appeal to me. But I do really like this game, and, you know, I'm a fan of, like I said, I'm a fan of the movies. So coming from the movies and playing this game, I feel like I'm doing things that James Bond would have done. Because there's so many weapons. You know, you're flipping through weapons. You can carry 3 weapons at a time, which is neat. You know, there's tanks. There's automated turrets. You can do, like, you can't really sneak attack, but you can crouch and walk around and basically suppress fire and, you know, kill a whole group of enemies without them ever sounding an alarm. So you're doing things that James Bond would have done, which is fun. And I like that a lot. But in general, like, this game's alright. I don't think they made a lot of copies either, because, you know, I went to 3 or 4 different places. I went to 2 different GameStops, and I went to a Best Buy, and they were all sold out. You know, both GameStops and the Best Buy in my area. So I had to go. I think I just gave it a shot and went to Target, and Target happened to have like 2 copies left. So that's what's weird about there not being anybody on multiplayer, or maybe the servers are just broke because, you know, I can't find a game, but nobody has it. They're all sold out. But overall, this is a great game. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm going back through the campaign on, you know, super easy, and I'm getting all the emblem locations, and I'm planning on uploading that video later. Some of them are incredibly hard to find. I've gotten all of them through through the 3rd mission, so, you know, I'm slowly getting there, and I'm filming it all, so I'm gonna upload that video. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody.
Well done, my friends. You are worthy members of Team Zukovsky.